Welcome back to Stockwatch Daily. And if you're hungry for the next big breakout, you've landed in the right place. What if I told you there's a penny stock trading under $1 right now that quietly checks all the boxes for a massive upside swing, but almost nobody is paying attention? That's exactly why I'm putting a spotlight on Uni Fuels Holdings ticker, UFG, trading around 78 cents and potentially undervalued. Strap in. Picture this: a company entering a global industry, scaling rapidly but currently priced like a busted startup. That's the kind of setup that can make investors rich. Uni Fuels began trading publicly this year. Their shock to the system IPO launched around $4, then briefly climbed to $11, only to crash, leaving the shares deep in penny stock territory. It's trading now near its all-time lows. The question: is this a busted dream or the calm before a storm? In today's breakdown, we're going to dig through what Uni Fuels actually does, why insiders believe this sleeping giant might awaken, and more importantly, what the numbers reveal about potential upside. Think of this as your inside ticket to a story that could rewrite a microcap's destiny. If that kind of ground floor scarcity gets you buzzing, hit that like button. It costs nothing, but signals you're tuned in for big ideas. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss hidden gems like this. Nothing here is financial advice, always do your own homework. Now let's dive deep into Uni Fuels. But wait, before you tune out, hear this. Uni Fuels isn't just another penny gamble. It's quietly building serious global scale. In the last year, transaction volume soared from 287 to 502, a 75% surge. Consider the market size. Reports suggest the sustainable marine fuel industry could surge from $4.2 billion in 2023 to $245 billion by 2033, with some estimates even projecting $648 billion by 2034. That's a staggering 50% plus CAGR. Regulatory pressures for shipping to cut CO2 and greenhouse gases amplify the demand. Companies that adapt fast will dominate. Uni Fuels, supplying VLSFO, HSFO, MGO, and biomarine fuels, is directly in the sweet spot. Here's the kicker. Despite all this, mainstream Wall Street analysts largely ignore UFG. Only specialized small-cap research covers it, noting potential for substantial free cash flow as international expansion accelerates. The stock is priced like a sleeper, the perfect FOMO trigger if operational execution continues. But timing is critical. This is not a guaranteed rocket. Every new office, every port expansion, every vessel serviced, it's a step toward validation, or a step toward volatility if execution falters. Now, let's talk catalysts, the sparks that could ignite UFG's price. Uni Fuels has doubled down on expanding its distribution network, moving toward direct sales, and securing regional partnerships in key marine fuel hubs. That's operational leverage meeting global scale, a combination that can turbocharge revenues and investor sentiment. Financially, the trajectory is clear. 6-month revenues of $114 million, gross profit of $2.1 million, and strong cash reserves position Uni Fuels to execute aggressive growth. Analysts eyeing $7 per share see massive potential upside. Meanwhile, trading near 78 cents provides a rare entry point where risk-reward is asymmetrically skewed. But here's the tension. This stock is a microcap, thinly traded, sensitive to news, and highly volatile. One operational hiccup or negative market shift could hit hard. Yet, for patient, informed investors watching the sustainable fuel story unfold, the upside could be transformative. Every expansion office, every port serviced, every new client on board, it builds a narrative of a small company quietly preparing to punch far above its weight. So the question hangs in the air. Are you ready to watch the market miss a potential breakout, or do you want to be part of this story from the ground floor? Uni Fuels is quietly setting the stage, and the next chapter could be explosive. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned because the story of UFG is far from over.